Since my early academic career in Universitas Negeri Malang, I always habituate to put myself into the maximum limit. It is so fortunate that Bidik Misi Scholarship came assisting me in the most difficult time.
Saya melihat Laksamana sebagai citra teladan mahasiswa independen.
Apart from seeking knowledge from exquisite minds, I also dedicate myself to work as an IT technician and found my own translation company that provides journal review as well. We often forgot that time is a priceless commodity. It can change people's lives forever, depending on how one uses every bit of it. Just imagine if we can utilize our every second for something little but consistently. Regardless of the boredom, anxiety, and disappointment, that's what I do since my early academic career in English department, Faculty of Letters. Indeed, in the search of a better version of me, it is not on demand for myself. It is about providing more impacts as a result. In upgrading my social skills, I joined Valiant's debating community as well as Dormitory Council. Those organizations taught me how to be adaptive, to be collaborative individuals as the time goes by.
Sejauh interaksi saya dengan Laksamana, Laksamana memiliki banyak kiprah atau social impact yang patut untuk dibanggakan. Sebagai contoh, dia pernah menjadi key stakeholders dalam bakti sosial di Kabupaten Malang, tepatnya di Pujon. Dia juga menjadi penceramah di banyak masjid, misalnya di Masjid Al-Azhar, Masjid Sengon, Pasuruan.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala.
Di mana dalam ceramah-ceramah itu Laksamana mengangkat isu-isu lingkungan. Kiprah sosial lain dari Laksamana, misalnya dia menjadi presiden model United Nations Society di UM. Selain kiprah-kiprah sosial di atas, Laksamana juga aktif menjadi narator di podcast Radio Imapres, di mana di dalam acara tersebut dia membahas tentang shock budaya dan juga isu-isu penting lainnya, termasuk isu tentang gender.
I established Model United Nations not only to provide the training grounds to shape diplomatic skills, but also to voice out social issues related to SDGs expectations. We even create the programs through a direct campaigns, podcasts, YouTube videos as well. The reasons why I raise the contemporary issues into my preaching is to spread awareness that there is something bigger than Habluminallah and ibadah. There is socio-cultural and environmental issues coming up that potentially disrupt our daily lives, our ibadah as well. By that awareness, religion can intervene the most urgent issues in society that no one so far talks about in most of the mosques.
Dia telah memenangi beragam kategori lomba. Yang menjadi sorotan adalah beberapa international invention yang dia ikuti. Salah satunya juara medali emas di International Science and Invention Fair 2019 di Bali.
I have been numerous times being only a participant in the debating community since my vocational schools, but I consistently learn how to fix my flaws as the time goes by. I achieved champion title in regional MTQ English debate, KDM Ristek Dikti, which is the biggest debating championship in Indonesia, and won the overall best speaker in UNES debating championship, and so many more. Then, I realized that the ideas to create a better status quo should not only end up in debating chamber. I utilized the critical skill that I have acquired already from debating community to create essays and joining Model United Nations championships.
I'm Laksamana Fadian Zuhat Ramadan, Mawapres UM 2019. Use your time wisely.